Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
What's going on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
Yes, please. For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night? Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission to pass on as it happens. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less smoothly yesterday. Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emira Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the right decision.
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles, but every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it. Could we go over your past experiences when you have a moment? There's a lot of gaps in your medical history I need to fill in.
Oh, hello, little one. It's been a while since you last came to seek your fortune at the shrine.
So sorry. I'm still registering the last customer.
Ugh, we've got to turn some of them back.
Lynette? What are you doing? You're not welcome here.
I've been to the Flow of Sandra plenty of times before. This is the first I'm hearing about me not being welcome.
Things are different around here. You might be used to a crowd of bootlicking morons fawning over you wherever you go, but not down here. We know what you are.
Bootlicking morons? I don't know. I've never met this kid before.
Gina, stop that! Go home now!
Jillian!
No buts. How many times do I have to tell you? That had nothing to do with Lynette. If you don't leave right now, I swear I'll never invite you to one of my shows ever again!
Jillian! Just because Lady Farina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that!
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit me at work.
It's okay. I have younger siblings too, so I get it. She's in her rebellious phase, huh? If you let angsty kids get you riled up, they'll drain all your energy. So don't worry, I won't let it get to me.
Well, the situation's a little different in this case, but still, thank you. So, what brings you to the Flu of Sandra?
We heard about it from Maloney. He said you were originally supposed to play the lead.
Maloney, huh? Of course he couldn't keep his mouth shut. I'm sorry. I never mentioned it because Director Mariyu was very clear that I mustn't let any of it affect you. What's this? I don't know, who would do something like this?
Don't be scared, Jillian. Just tell us what you know.
Okay, I'll try. It's true. I was originally cast as the lead in The Lost Puppet. I've worked with director Mariyu many times before, but only in minor roles. The audiences and critics never had much to say about me. Nothing terrible, but nothing amazing either. A few months ago, Mariyu started working on a new show, so I plucked up the courage to ask him if I could take the leading role. He was hesitant, but he agreed to let me try for the part. We did a few rehearsals, everything seemed to be going okay, but then...
There's been a change of plan, Jillian. The leading role will now be played by Lynette.
Lynette? But she always turns these things down, doesn't she?
And that's why we cannot afford to waste this opportunity. Jillian, I understand how you must be feeling. But Maloney and myself have to do what's best for the production as a whole. Next time, the lead will be yours. I promise.
I was incredibly disappointed at first, but I also know full well that I don't have Lynette's star power. Without Lynette, how could we ever convince people to pay money to go and see a masked mime show? And if the show was a flop with me in the leading role, how would I answer to the director and the rest of the cast? Then, I got to meet you on stage and found that you're really down to earth, in a way that not many celebrities are. You were kind to everyone, and your performance wasn't bad. Whatever disappointment I had left at that point, I certainly wasn't about to take it out on you.
By wasn't bad, you mean it wasn't great either. So, I'm guessing Mariyu changed the script to simplify the protagonist, make her a dumbed-down version of the mechanical puppet that I could actually play.
He did make some changes to the script, yes? Jaik, one of the other actors. He likes to collect Dr. Mariyu's old drafts because he hopes to be a director himself one day. He also lives nearby. I can arrange for you to meet him at the tavern.
Makes sense. I always see him talking to Mariyu. Alright, see you at the tavern then.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Jillian brought me up to speed on the situation. I'm here to help however I can. Here, this is the script you're after. That's always the way with pen and paper drafts. Even the final script is full of last-minute changes by the director. There should be a cleaner copy of the original script in here somewhere. Sorry, it's all a bit mixed up. I just grabbed the whole stack of paper since I was in a rush.
No problem. Now activating search mode. I'll go through one page at a time.
I wonder what got into Director Mariu.
Maybe he's been quietly struggling with something.
Say what you mean. No problems.
The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began and performs a dance in honor of her deceased companions. She dances until her joints have rusted stiff and mechanical parts are falling from her body. Yep, that's not something a novice could hope to pull off after just a few months of rehearsals. Frankly, I think that the original script is much better, and the original lead is the best fit. Jillian, shall I go tell Mariu to put you back in the leading role?
What? Are you serious? But the next show is at the Opera Epiclese. It's such a huge opportunity.
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This isn't you as part of a magic duo. It's a chance to star as the main character in a show. You'll reach whole new heights of fame.
Fame in small doses has its perks, but too much and I'll get overloaded. But if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free. Sounds like a win-win, don't you think?
It'll never work. There's no way Director Mariu or Maloney would ever agree to it. The set for Act 4 would need to change, as would all the marketing materials. And that would mean asking Maloney for a lot more Mora. Changing actors at the last minute is just too risky. If anything went wrong, it could bankrupt the whole troupe. Plus, Maloney's friends have already published a ton of articles saying how this is the role that Lynette was born to play. No one else can play the protagonist now. If Lynette quit the show and I took her place... If Lynette left, they'd sooner stop the whole show than let me take her place.
Stop the whole show? But all the people in the troupe, months and months of everyone's hard work would all be for nothing.
Consent, huh? Then, how about we don't ask him? And that way, he'll be forced to make a choice.
You know, it's a little crazy, but it might actually work.
No way! It's not worth taking such a huge risk just for a chance to be in the spotlight.
Jillian, you said before, whatever disappointment I had left, I wasn't about to take out on you. In other words, that disappointment is still there, but you've kept it bottled up inside. Be honest. You still hope to play the leading role, don't you?
But the thought of putting so many people out just for my sake?
You think they'd be put out? That's not how I see it.
Jillian, you were more dedicated than anyone during the rehearsals for the original script. We all saw how hard you worked for this role. And I think you know that unless we decide to make a stand here, the path we're on is only going to take us further and further from our dreams, all of us. So take it from me, you would not be putting us out. Not one bit.
You guys... Okay. Let's do it. I will play my part.
Yes! I knew you'd come around. All right, I'll let the rest of the troupe know and we'll start preparing immediately.
Wonderful. This solves everything.
Wait, but what about the threat letter? Do you have any idea who sent it?
As long as we stick to the plan, I'll give up the lead role, so it won't matter anymore, right?
But surely you want to know who it's from. If they're out there and no one's keeping an eye on them, what if they come looking for you?
I doubt they will. It's supposed to be a threat, but they didn't even say what would happen if I don't meet their demands. Plus, the handwriting is kinda childish. Doesn't look like a professional intimidator to me. Who knows? Maybe it was just a fan of yours having a moment.
A fan? Of me?
Maybe there's someone out there who really appreciates your talent. Even in the supporting roles. It's getting late. We should be leaving. Come on.
I'm such an idiot.
Sorry for manhandling you. You looked like you were seconds away from figuring out who sent the letter, so I had to act fast. Nothing gets past you.
Just because Lady Farina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child. That's why I never let her visit me at work.
I guess she must have snuck into the drinks reception and overheard our conversation with Farina. She idolizes Jillian, both as an older sister and an actress. And she watched as the dream role Jillian had been waiting to play for so long got snatched away from her by some amateur who's never acted before. To make matters worse, all the critics were hailing this amateur as a perfect fit for the role, and even Fontaine's former biggest star was praising her abilities. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Like I said, getting angry at angsty teenagers is draining. Besides, if it was my younger brother or sister and they found out I'd been treated unfairly or had an opportunity stolen from me, they'd definitely do something far worse. I was in Jillian's position once. Back when Linny and I were starting out, before we got famous, we just had to take things a day at a time. doing our shows, slowly trying to build up our reputation. So I can understand Gina's frustration. Still, she could definitely use some pro tips on how to write a threat letter. No, the way she looks at me is indignant, frustrated, but not malicious. Plus, she didn't even try to hide how she felt. Whoever was giving me that evil stare was backstage. Blending into the crowd at a drinks reception is one thing, but trying to blend in backstage, where everyone's on high alert waiting to be called on stage, would be a lot more difficult. We'll find out who it is before too long. In 2 days' time, at the next show, I think it will become very clear. On that note, guess I'll see you at the Opera House. Bye for now.
You're here! Lynette and Jillian are busy getting ready, so please come with me.
That puppet in the middle, is that Lynette? She's so pretty.
It's starting. Keep your voice down.
Wow, I thought it would be hard to follow, but in the end it was actually very clear.
Even though her face was expressionless and she didn't speak the whole time, I felt like I could really understand how the protagonist was feeling.
Director Mariu really is a master of his craft. And so is the actress in the lead role.
I have a friend who saw the show on the opening day. They thought the critics overstated how good it was, but I gotta say, the protagonist is incredible.
I can't believe it's only been a few days since the last show. Lynette's improved so much. Just wow! I'm speechless. Words simply cannot do justice to the sheer excellence we witnessed from Lynette on stage today.
Your penchant for the hyperbolic strikes again, Almery. Clearly you weren't at a loss for words when you were writing your article. I saw you hand it to the journalist. Trying to get your critique into the papers the moment the show is over, are you?
Well, you know how it is. The early critics get all the readers. Wouldn't you agree, Maryu?
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? The first half was a huge success. Even I could tell the acting was top tier.
My apologies, Mr. Maloney. Please excuse me for a second. I need to have a little talk with my actors.
Oh, very well. Hey, while you're at it, this might be a good time to talk future collaborations with Lynette.
Are you guys sure this is gonna work? What if Director Maryu pushes back? We're already halfway there. We can't back out now. All we need to do is stick to the plan.
What is this plan that you're so intent on hiding from me,
Director Maryu! I thought you were talking to Maloney and the critics.
Korantan and Armory have both finished their articles. I went to greet them as a mere formality, but you seem to have availed yourselves of my absence during the first half to defy me. What have you done? Was that really Lynette playing the lead role?
Ta-da!
Director Maryu? I was the one playing the lead role just now.
I switched costumes and masks with Jillian so that I could be the protagonist's companion and stay out of the limelight.
Lynette, why on earth would you do this?
You know my acting is amateur. The only reason I'm being seen as a pro, let alone a pioneer, is because you have critics supporting the show. If they'd seen me in the leading role during the first half, they wouldn't be expecting anything more. But what happens now that they've seen Jillian in the role? If you force me to play the lead in the second half, they'll be wondering, why is the actress suddenly giving such an underwhelming performance right at the climax of the whole story? These are just some of the questions that will be on everyone's minds during the second half. And those questions will follow them out the doors of the theater after the show ends. There's only one way for you to save your reputation, and that's to keep Jillian as the lead all the way to the end.
Absolutely not. I'd sooner announce that we're having technical difficulties and need to stop the show. If I keep Jillian as the lead for the second half, what do you think will happen in the curtain call when she takes her mask off? Everyone will see that we've changed actors. What will your fans think? They're only here because of you, and what about all the critics who support you? If we get on the wrong side of them, it'll be the death of the whole show. There'd be tickets to refund, fines to pay for breach of contract. The whole troupe's hard work would go down the drain. Don't you see how much this would cost us? You can't just take a job on a whim, then abandon your responsibility the moment you don't feel like doing it anymore. You're playing games with other people's hopes and dreams.
Director Maryu, please. You're not being fair to Lynette.
Actually, Jillian, he's half right. I did kind of take this on a whim. But my responsibility here is making sure you get back the role that belongs to you.
And I guess part of that responsibility lies with me, considering I badgered you into accepting the job. Sorry I'm a little late to the show. Work's been keeping me pretty busy lately.
Lenny? What do you want? Do you think you can snap your fingers and make all my problems magically disappear?
That might be a little tricky, but instead, I could make something else magically appear.
What's this?
A draft complaint letter, my contract, your legal fees, reimbursement for the tickets, and an advance on the penalty fee for breach of contract. Mr. Mariyu, I'm stepping down from the leading role, regardless of whether you choose to cancel the rest of today's show.
If you do suffer unforeseen financial losses from this, you're free to seek damages as per the contract. And if you want to file a lawsuit, there's a draft here that you can use if you need it.
What the... I can't believe this. You're literally handing me a lawsuit against you with a straight face. Of course. All this Mora, it's a pittance to you, isn't it? Must be nice to have the luxury of prior success and fame. Look at us. We're huge stars. One minute we want to go on stage. The next we feel like backing out of the contract. But that's okay. We're famous. We can afford it. You have no respect for other people's work. You're treating other people's hopes and dreams like a big joke. You don't give a hoot how much this show means to other people. You don't even care that the whole production might have to shut down because of you.
That's not true. I do care. And I'm under no illusion as to how much this show means to you.
Oh, brilliant deduction there. Of course it means a lot to me. This is my show. That's the only reason I asked you to be in it in the first place.
Really? Then why do your eyes tell a different story? The way you look at me, it's full of contempt. Almost as if I've destroyed your work of art.
What? I would never think that.
A couple days ago, I asked some associates to do some digging for me. I was interested to know who else you invited to play the lead apart from Lynette. Surprise, surprise. Turns out that all the other famous actresses you asked either had prior commitments or weren't a good fit for the role. They all turned you down.
And I would have turned you down too, if not for an unlikely set of coincidences.
You didn't send those invitations because you were looking for a better actress than Jillian, but because your investor wanted a big name in your show, right?
Director Mariyu.
To get Maloney on your side, you chose to make Jillian the understudy, and then look for an opportunity for her to take the lead.
I bet you were torn at first, weren't you? Do you stick to the tried and tested formula? Choose Lynette, use her celebrity to get the critics on your side so that you and your investors can line your pockets?
Or do you choose Jillian, so that you and your longtime collaborator can stage the show of your dreams, the original, unedited version of The Lost Puppet?
Oh, I didn't betray myself.
You mentioned prior success and fame earlier, but you're a well-known director yourself, with countless works to your name. Wouldn't that make you successful too? Or maybe, deep down, none of your current achievements really count as success to you.
Right now, you have an opportunity to send Jillian onto that stage and perform the second half as you always imagined it, faithful to your original script. Your work would be displayed for all of Fontaine to see in its true, perfect form.
Did you say perfect?
Or will you act now before Maloney and the critics can protest and make your dream come true on the stage? And Jillian's dream. In fact, the dreams of the whole troupe.
The whole troupe?
Director Mariyu? Actually, most of the money Lenny brought came from us. We all chipped in.
We've worked with you for many years now. Your troupe has been here for you all the way from the empty theaters where we first performed to the Opera House today. We watched as you slowly started down a path you used to despise. The path of powerful connections, drinks receptions, backdoor deals with critics, and collaborations based on fame instead of talent.
But this is just a temporary measure. I did it for the good of the troupe. And besides, this is how the whole industry works. Everyone else is doing it.
Yes, we know. Back when you started, you had to bite the bullet and do these things to keep the troupe afloat. But then what happened? You began to embrace these methods more and more, becoming so reliant on them that every show you put out is overhyped by the media, and every script you write is edited to suit some celebrity's needs.
Surely you must have noticed what's happening. While we've been performing at bigger and bigger theaters with each show, the applause is getting quieter and quieter each night. And the criticism from people who've seen the show is growing. Maloney's friends are sycophants. They don't care if the audience is disappointed because the show doesn't live up to their glowing reviews. They praise the things they like and skirt around the things they don't.
Look, I know everyone's using the same promotional tactics, but does that really make it okay?
Well, it's just a stopgap solution. As soon as I've made enough Mora, I'll stop. Things will be different next time. I promise.
Next time, huh? Yeah. Next time, you won't use your connections. Next time, you won't pay off the critics. Next time, you'll let Jillian play the lead.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. If you make some money once, you'll want to do it again, then again. Slowly but surely, you turn your back on your dreams.
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer, Director Mariyu. Never again.
Me neither.
I had dreams too. What?
Huh. The plot here seems a little different from what the reviews said.
The protagonist wanted to return to the stage, so the puppets replaced all her parts with the latest ones available, built her a grand opera house, and summoned a huge audience.
And in the end, she forgot herself amidst the applause and cheers of her fellow puppets.
Hey, no spoilers! Huh? Wait, hang on, that's not even what's happening. The set has changed back to the one from the first act.
Oh, Archons, please let this work out.
No need to be so nervous, Director Mariyu. We only told you Lynette would be quitting the show to get you to make a decision. We wanted you to believe that this show would have to end after today, no matter what you decided. But in truth, I believe that if we choose our words carefully, there's no reason we can't get Maloney to come around and keep the show going.
You really thought this plan through. But I'm not upset about what you've done. What's worrying me now isn't how Maloney will react or whether the show will get cancelled. It's the audience. I've always thought the original script is better, but will it move them like I've always hoped? When Gillian does her curtain call, will they applaud her? What if people only came to see the show for Lynette? And because of the reviews, what if they don't really care about the show at all? It feels like I've been hiding inside my safe little castle for too long. And now I'm scared to go outside the walls and hear what people really think.
We're right here with you. We'll watch it to the end.
Wow. Okay, this ending is much better.
I love how they brought back the set from Act 1 and gave it a whole new meaning. What a fantastic twist.
Time for the curtain call. It's the moment of truth. Will the applause continue after I take off the mask? I could always leave my mask on. No one would ever know.
This is what fame looks like, when it's truly deserved.
Jillian, you were amazing! Syra was tearing up when you did your final solo dance. Well, so are you.
Really? I was so nervous. My legs felt like they turned to jelly.
What looked like an actor unsteady on her feet was in fact a poignant expression of the protagonist's frailty in her last moments. Or whatever.
Hey, Mario! What the heck was that? Why wasn't Lynette playing the lead?
Our articles are already going to press. You better have a good explanation for this.
It was my...
Hey now, it was all of our...
Hold on. The decision was mine, and mine alone. They had nothing to do with it. If you have any concerns, gentlemen, then please direct them to me.
Marry you? So it was you? Well then, I trust you'll have no objection to me pulling the plug on this production.
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead role? It took a lot of convincing from me for her to accept the role, and I had to turn down some big work opportunities to come and watch her performance today. You have some explaining to do.
Lenny, it was all his idea. Mariu, explain yourself.
Wait, Lenny, as a matter of fact, this was a piece of performance art. In this play, the masks and costumes serve to obscure the differences between characters, and by extension, the difference between human and machine. We took that idea to the next level with an actor swap, blurring the lines between one performer and the next. So it's in service of the ambitious artistic goals of the production.
What?
It's similar to deceiving the audience in a magic show. We employed this technique as a means of breaking the fourth wall. It allows the audience to more intuitively understand the cognitive dissonance felt by the protagonist as a machine trying to reconcile the notion of her humanity. The audience's experience mirrors the protagonist's own confusion, and becomes part of the artistic performance itself.
Hold up! What is this nonsense?
Oh, I see. Well, bravo, Director Mariyu. You even had me fooled.
That's probably more because you just don't really understand avant-garde art very well, Lenny.
Maybe so, maybe so. Well, perhaps it went over my head, but I'm sure our experts here saw the whole thing coming a mile away.
You must have worked it out by the end of the first half, surely. Mr. Amory, I just heard that you managed to write your review after just the first 2 acts.
Yes, you're right. Director Mariyu and I are old friends. You should have said something. Then I could have played along even better.
Yes, well, to deceive the audience, you must first deceive your closest companions. I have to give credit to Lynette and her experience in performing magic. That's what inspired me to take my art to the next level.
You mean your show was partly inspired by Lynette's background in magic? Well, in that case, I'll have to plug it to everyone I know.
Unfortunately, I think Mr. Maloney is going to cancel the show.
Cancel the show? Mr. Maloney, is this true?
While I accept that deceiving the audience in the manner you did certainly has artistic merit, this is not a magic show, and we don't want our audience demanding their money back.
A very valid criticism, and one that I humbly accept. If that happens, we're prepared to reimburse and apologize to any audience members who weren't satisfied with the experience. Plus, it looks like Jillian is better than me at delivering the excellence people want to see. I'm sure audiences will be very happy with the show if she's allowed to stay in the leading role.
Maloney, I believe there should still be time to tweak my article. From the look on Lynette's face, I think she's being sincere.
Oh, one other thing. We managed to get a meeting with Lady Farina earlier. All thanks to the Traveler's reputation, of course. Anyway, she agreed to write a review focusing on Jillian's performance and the quality of the show as a whole. She promised to give her honest opinion. And I'm sure today's audience will be discussing her performance too. There's sure to be a variety of opinions.
Oh, I mean, art at its finest, clearly. But I'll have to give it some thought before I decide exactly what to write.
Oh, of course. Always good to put some thought into these things. Especially now, with a growing range of voices out there. I imagine competition for readers becomes more fierce when everyone's discussing the topic.
Corentin, Amory, let's go.
Henshikaku? Why does she want to meet us there? Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Ah, welcome, Honored Traveler. Guji-ai told me about your visit. Please, come in. The Almighty Shogun is also inside. It's best not to keep her waiting.
Now, there's no need to be so stubborn about this. I'll adjust the budget here, and we'll definitely turn a profit.
No. We must confirm the official representative before discussing details. There is an order to this that must be followed.
From the way she's talking, this must be the Shogun, right?
Ah, little one. It's about time. Come, I have a contract for you to sign.
Whoa, we're not just gonna sign a random contract out of the blue!
Hardly. Oh, well, labor is a part of it, but you will be compensated.
So it is as bad as Paimon thought.
I see. So she's the representative you selected. She would indeed be the perfect candidate for the Mikawa Flower Festival. When the yokai still roamed the land, they celebrated an event known as the Mikawa Flower Festival. It was an occasion for drink, laughter, and merriment.
We hosted a version of it during the Test of Courage. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, we weren't able to put on a large celebration. So I got to thinking, why not have another go? This time with a Mikawa Flower Festival for yokai and humans alike. One that combines human ingenuity with yokai arts to offer the most innovative and thrilling entertainment of our time. Open to all humans and yokai throughout the land.
Entertainment, huh? Wait, kind of like a Kitsu Yuge and a Kitsu Hanea Sobi? Those games were really fun.
For an important event like this, an official representative is required to preside over the festivities. In the past, the role was usually given to the Guji, or an individual from the Yashiro Commission. But this time...
Neither myself nor the Kamisato family can assume the position, given we represent one side or the other, the yokai or the humans.
Human you may be, but you possess a deep connection with the yokai, and you do not hail from this land. That makes you a more neutral option. Moreover, you took part in the previous festival during the test of courage. In my estimation, there is no better candidate for the role.
Plus, your name has the potential to attract an even greater showing. So are you going to sign this thing, or what?
Huh. You've got a point. Then let's go ahead and... Wait! Paimon almost fell into her trap!
Oh, come now. This is for an important occasion, is it not? Even I've chosen to throw profit to the wind. Surely a selfless hero like yourself wouldn't turn your back on a good cause.
According to the proposal, the proceeds will be distributed as follows. 40% to Yae Publishing House, and 10% to the festival representative.
Hey, no fair!
Now, 10% might not sound like much, but Yae Publishing House is going to great lengths for this occasion, both in time and personnel. All you need to do is show your face. Getting smart, aren't you, little one? In that case, I'll throw in another 10% from the other half of the proceeds.
No, the other half is going to the shogunate. That is not up for negotiation. But I am rather curious about the supposed great lengths you mentioned. Unless I am mistaken, most of the personnel and supplies are to be provided by the shogunate. In that sense, 40% seems rather high for your establishment, does it not?
That When did she reprogram you to argue back like this?
Proceeds should be distributed according to contribution. Besides, from the very beginning, you planned to allocate an additional 10% of your share to the Traveler, did you not?
Wait, so earlier you were just trying to shortchange us?
What's the fun in bargaining if you open up with your best offer right off the bat?
Paimon doesn't see the fun at all. But 20% is... acceptable.
Games have always been a central part of the festival, and both Akitsu Hanayosobi and Akitsu Yuge were extremely popular. So, the plan is to host an event where the attendees have 48 hours to create a game of their own. We'll have new and exciting entertainment in no time.
Ooh, everyone loves fun games. You won't have to worry about attracting humans and yokai to the event.
That is the general plan. I'll leave you to iron out the finer details and contact the participants. This is a critical time for the Shogunate's new development plans, and the survey team is returning momentarily, so I must turn my attention to them.
Got it. We'll see you later then. Jinju Forest. Let's pay a visit to our old friend Ioroi. Oh, but before I forget, you should eat this kitsune meal first.
Whoa, it smells so good! Oh, and also kind of like fried tofu for some reason.
The smell of humans. Nothing to see here, just a statue. Huh? Wait, why do I smell kitsune?
Remember us, Ioroi?
Ah, it's you youngsters. And you! The nasty Kitsune who turned Chinju Forest into the playground for her test of courage.
Oh, Chinju Forest is supposed to be Yoroi's territory, right? Oh, no wonder he's so mad.
Exactly. How could you hold a test of courage without inviting me?
Oh, so that's what he's angry about.
Anyway, what brings you all here? Something to discuss?
I actually came to apologize about the test of courage. It was my mistake not to invite more yokai to the ceremony. So for this Mikawa Flower Festival, I knew I had to extend a personal invitation to the Bake Danuki.
Huh? The Mikawa Flower Festival?
Yes! The Mikawa Flower Festival! Huh? Kichiboshi? Shosei? Gyobu Koban? Where did you come from?
Never trust an apology from a kitsune. Or an invitation, for that matter. It's just a silly festival. So what if there's delicious food or fun games?
Yum, yum! Fun!
That's enough, you two! Don't fall for the kitsune's cheap tricks. Such hopeless, innocent cubs.
What a shame. I was hoping to take you all to the festival, but it would seem Ioroi disapproves. I suppose it makes sense. Poor Ioroi, stuck in this statue all alone while the rest of you got to have fun. How sad that would be.
Poor Ioroi.
Excuse you. I am Ioroi, the Kakushigami of the Bake Danuki. Yes. Just worried the cubs will get distracted and stray from the Tanuki path.
I should also mention I was hoping the Bake Danuki could help the humans take their games to the next level. Talented as you are in the art of transformation. In Inazuma, only the Bake Danuki can hope to match the Kitsune in that area.
Match? The Kitsune could never rival the transformative gifts of the Bake Danuki.
Oh, well, I was thinking of using the Bake Danuki as the symbol of the event in the promotions and such. But alas, it would seem that you don't like that idea, Ioroi. No matter, I shall simply seek the help of the Kitsune. When the time comes, all of Inazuma will know the Kitsune stepped in to accomplish what the Bake Danuki could not.
Wait!
It worked, didn't it?
My dear cubs, transforming into things that already exist is only a small fraction of what it means to become a great Bake Danuki. To even get a quarter of the way through your training, you must be able to turn into things of your own invention. Just like when I turned into a gigantic ramen bowl that could fly. So go forth and seize this opportunity so you can advance the name of the... advance your training. Not all humans are bad and scary. Some are good, just like these youngsters. Go with them and transform into things you've never tried before.
Don't worry, Ioroi. The little Tanuki are safe with me.
You're the one I'm worried about.
Well, we're here too. We'll make sure they don't, stray from the path.
I'll hold you to that. Now, Kichiboshi, Shosei, Yobu Koban, while you're out there, always listen to...
Yep. Always listen to Whitefur. And Miss Yellowfur. And Auntie Pink. Miss Pinkfur.
I almost forgot. Given their level of training, speaking to humans will be a problem. Just a moment, I'll cook up a few Bake Danuki meals to keep on hand.
No need. Here, Miss Pinkfur prepared a special kitsune meal for you all. It will give you the ability to speak to humans.
You stole our tricks too? And changed the name?
Yum!
Is it really that much better than mine?
Splendid. That should make our lives easier. Now we can head into the city and start forming the teams. Well, we need more than Bake Danuki power to design these games. 2 humans per team should suffice, I'd say. Now, I need to discuss the layout of the venue with the Yashiro Commission. I'll leave the team recruitment to you.
Hold on. You're not taking part, Miko? You're really gonna sit out on the fun? You of all people?
Making games is nowhere near as fun as playing them. Besides, working through the night certainly isn't my idea of a good time.
Making games? Working? Through the night?
Anyway, this time I'm going to wait for the fun to come to me. See you later, little ones.
A city! So many houses! So many humans! Gotta farm beans! Wafer? Yellowfur, how do we farm beans? Farm teams, not farm beans! It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, that's right! People with the same taste! You know, into the same thing. It's easier to come up with a game that way. Taste the same? Got it! Easy peasy. Wafer, dumb. Farm beans that taste the same. No, wait, that's not... And they're gone. In different directions, too. Let's go after them. Spying on great yokai. Great yokai whisper about something with humans.
So, what do you think? Are you interested in our proposal? One second, I believe someone's listening. Hello over there? You're more than welcome to join, but a face-to-face conversation is more appropriate, don't you think?
Great yokai found us! It's just us!
There's no need to be nervous, you two. It's not like I think you're corporate spies. As for you, it's been a while since I've met one of your kind. What's your name? Is Ioroi doing well? Huh?
Oh, this is Kyobu Koban. It's his first time visiting a city, so he's a bit shy around strangers.
So, still sealed in that statue then? I suppose it can't be helped. Nice to meet you, Kyobu Koban. My name is Yume Mizuki. I'm a Yumekui Baku. We're yokai, just like you.
Great yokai is surprisingly friendly? Oh, Aisa Bathhouse is expanding to Watatsumi Island?
All valid points. We do need to differentiate the brand. We could place a greater emphasis on physiotherapy, or add some popular activities, such as carefully designed games.
Games? Games? In a bathhouse?
Of course. Games are often used in psychological treatment to put patients at ease. Anyway, the topic of games really seemed to pique your interest. Is there something going on? Miko. I knew I smelled scheming in the air. Rivalries aside, I have no qualm using Yae Publishing House's resources to our advantage. Besides, if I remember correctly, you have a connection to Yae Publishing House as well, don't you, General Goro? You work on the That's Life column. If our venture is to focus on games, then as future business partners, I'm sure you would appreciate an opportunity to see what I can do. Agreed. Then why don't we discuss some of the finer details before the festival begins?
Everyone hold hands! There is no escape! Hey! Make yourselves at home! Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Hold the line! One from dead. Everyone hold hands! Illusion shattered! Everyone hold hands.
Illusion shattered.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge. Yeah.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Rest and rebuild!
Shine down.
Hey.
Can't run from
Make yourselves at home.
Illusion shattered.
Everyone hold hands.
Pay your dues.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song!
Hold the line.
There is no escape.
Can't run from
Hey. Committed to memory. Sharing my knowledge.
Time to shine!
Illusion shattered.
I see everything.
Can't run from death.
Quick, let's find shelter. Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. Yoo-hoo! Allow me!
Shine down!
I see everything! Ha! Ja, ja, ja. Ah! Billowing surge! Everyone hold hands! Hold the line! Hey! Make yourselves at home! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo a brash maneuver! Allow me!
There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands! Sharing my knowledge! I see everything!
Shine down!
Everyone hold hands! May I present? Rest and rebuild! The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again. Hey! Hold the line!
There is no escape!
Ha! Jump! Ha! I see everything! Make yourselves at home! Let the world collide! Rest and rebuild! Purging transgressions!
Winter shall eventually
Hold the line! Hey! Help!
How brilliant!
If you're not sure what to do next, how about take you on a walk?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.